Hi there again, fourth graders. I hope your virtual learning is going okay. We're doing the best that we can. Miss Durant's at her home again. Thought I would wear a little states. I hope that you're still practicing your states and capitals because I would love for you to memorize those during our break too. But this is going to be our Reader's Workshop lesson. And today we're going to be talking about synthesizing. We've done this work before, if you remember in the past. But I want you to think about cupcakes. Miss Durant decorated cupcakes for the state fair yesterday. But if I said, hey, here's a cupcake, you think it would just appear out of nowhere? No, I had to get the ingredients for that cupcake, make the cupcake. Then I had to bake the cupcake. Then I had to frost the cupcake until I had the finished product. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Because when we're synthesizing, we're getting different information from different things and we're putting it all together, just like ingredients for a cupcake. If you were having the different parts, I would add them to make the cupcake together. So we're gonna read, I know it's backwards, but we're gonna read more text on the same topic and then we're gonna synthesize our notes. So I would like you today to pick a topic for women's suffrage. Our big overarching topic is women's suffrage, and then we have topics underneath. You may be researching about Seneca Falls, or you might be researching a person, Susan B. Anthony, Elizabeth Cady Stanton. You might be researching a parade or a march, or women's just fighting for their rights, women's in prison. So I want you to think about right now, what's that topic that you're going to be researching today? All right, I hope you have a topic in mind because we're going to get started with this work. As a class today, we're going to be researching Susan B. Anthony. Some of you might be doing that work. So Miss Durant has a lot of resources on women's suffrage. You can find some on the links that I gave you as well. So I'm going to look in one resource and I'm going to read what it says. This was a text that we were using before, the Women's Right to Vote. And I found in the back it talked about influential individuals, and I'm going to read what it says about Susan B. Anthony. It says she was a tireless and fearless campaigner for women's suffrage. In 1873, she was put on trial for voting illegally in the previous year's election. And I'm just going to note that she was alive from 1820 to 1906. Structure. Right now, I'm just using boxes and bullets in my notes because I'm working on synthesizing, so there are going to be different text structures. I'm not going to stick to just one text structure because there might be several. So this is one resource, right? It might be like the powdered sugar in the cupcake, or the flour, or the eggs, or the frosting. Because I'm going to now gain another resource. This is what we do when we synthesize text. I'm going to take another text, or maybe you're taking an article online or watching a video. And this is another one about Susan B. Anthony. And I want to think, how does this connect to what I already learned? Does this add to what I learned earlier, or does it change what I learned earlier? So it says, her name was Susan B. Anthony. Anthony, who chose never to marry, worked tirelessly. Oh, that said it in that other article too. Actually the same word. That adds on to my thinking. She must have been a tireless worker. She worked hard. She was brought up a Quaker and experienced more freedom than many young women, but it wasn't long before she saw the inequality between men and women. As a teacher, she was paid only 1/5 of what male teachers were paid. When Anthony complained about it, she lost her job. That actually changes what I was thinking earlier because I didn't know that she went through those trials at the beginning of her life. I'm going to record that. She was paid only 1/5, fraction right there, only 1/5 of what males were paid. I also didn't know that she grew up a Quaker, and I might even look at another text because I'm not sure quite what that means yet. I'm going to read on about Susan. It goes on. So first graders, I'm just going to stop there because those were two different texts, and I figured out, did this add on to my learning? Did it change my learning? Do I have something more to say? So when we're synthesizing text, you're going to wow your parents. They're going to be like, my fourth grader at home is synthesizing text. They're taking an article or a book. They're putting that information together to see how they're learning, how their thinking is changing and growing. Fourth grade readers, it's hard for Miss Durant not to be in workshop teaching you right now. I wish you were all in front of me that I could look and see what resources you're looking at, what subtopics you're researching, but I can't wait to see the work that you're doing and share with your parents or talk to your siblings or stuffed animals, whoever you can about what you're learning. Keep reading, fourth graders.